Hello folks, 'tis Saturday, May 13th, 2017, and today in Boston there was yet another free speech rally, and, predictably, once again, Antifa and friends showed up to attempt to shut it down. This is what we've come to with Antifa and BAMN and NO, and the far left in general in the USA. If you hear about a free speech rally, you can be sure that Antifa and allies will try to shut it down. In so doing, they are also trying to shut down the people's exercising of their right to peacefully assemble. These are civil liberties. These are things that left-wingers, liberals, civil rights activists, first and second wave feminists, Martin Luther King Jr. and others struggled for, but which now the left is becoming increasingly against. Against civil liberties. Against equal rights. Against freedom. So this just happened today, so of course videos are still coming in. I've watched a few live streams amongst doing my other tasks, and it seems that there's no significant acts of violence. I hope this turns out to be true. I hope there's not a whole lot to say about this. Antifa arrived early apparently and took the high ground. Makes me wonder if they've been reading Sun Tzu's Art of War, but perhaps not the whole damn thing, because just taking the high ground in and of itself is just one among other conditions that you need to have. Anyway, apparently there wasn't a lot of fighting, or if there was, I just don't know about it yet. So that's a good thing. It's always good when it doesn't break down to violence.
Today we come together united. All races, all nationalities, all genders. We don't discriminate. Contrary to what the left says. If you're a liberal and you love the Constitution, you belong here with we the people. People, this is just the beginning of this movement. This is heard all around from the West Coast to the East Coast. Tomorrow we go home. This movement ain't over. We grow on this, we build on it. The next time we get the call, we answer the fucking call.
People don't understand principles anymore, or at least it seems, or at least the younger generation, they don't even have a concept of principles. If you talk to them about what about the principles of freedom and equality, they kind of just don't get it. They just have this tenacious, stubborn assumption that they can't get over, which is that if you support the principle of freedom of speech, then you are actually supporting anything that anybody says. Being liberal is supposed to be, along with equality, about freedom. You know, liberty, that's where the word comes from, liberal. It's from, well, through Old French, it goes back to Latin. Liberal, from the Latin liber, being the root of such words like liberation, liberty, libertine, and so on. And then there's the ancient Roman god labor. It's spelled the same way as liber, but it's pronounced labor, if I'm pronouncing this correctly. If I'm not, James Paulson, if you're listening, you seem to know a lot about this stuff. Tell me if James Paulson's a fellow YouTuber. James Paulson, tell me if I'm pronouncing these things. But there's the ancient Roman god labor, who is, the free one. So, sorry for the digression. My point is that being liberal and left-wing used to mean being in favor of liberty, of civil liberties and so on, not opposing civil liberties. But this is what it's come to. I'm telling you folks, in many ways the left and the right are switching places. We are going through the looking glass. The mirror that switches left and right. My advice would be, including other things, avoiding the extremes, avoiding the erratic, not taking the errant path, but holding to the true, holding to virtues, to principles, that which transcends left and right. I guess you could say, lay not up thy treasures where radicals and erratics doth corrupt. Have instead integrity, dignity, honor, honesty, principles, and perhaps most importantly, goodwill. Love and do as thou wilt. Love under will. Okay, so folks, make no mistake, this is an anti-free speech movement. If you don't know about this, this is just one in a long string of recent events that are purported to be about freedom of speech, where Antifa and BAMN and NO and other groups like that show up to shut it down, being very clearly against freedom of speech. It's, make no mistake, it's not like they're going, hey, we're against Trump people so much that we're just going to have to compromise freedom of speech. No, they make it very clear, fuck free speech. That's what this is about. Amongst other freedoms, it's about shutting down people's liberties. It seems to be part of the whole communist agenda, which is, it's really fucked up because obviously anarchy is supposed to be about extreme freedom. And yet, here are people claiming to be anarchists trying to take away freedoms. You know, it's the whole through the looking glass thing. You know, people who are amateur fascists, failed fascists, wannabe fascists, claiming to be anti-fucking fascist. People who are against civil liberties, claiming to be liberal.
I don't condone everything everybody says, but I'll fight to the death for their freedom to say it. You're not actually a liberal unless you stand for civil liberties for everyone. Wait, for everyone? You're a fascist.
It's fucking ridiculous. Oh, words are violence, but violence is words. Let's switch everything around. Let's act like the far right, but claim that we're left. Bull fucking shit, okay? Fuck these anti-civil liberties people. This whole anti-free speech movement. If you're supporting this in any way, even if you make the excuse, well, hate speech isn't really speech. What the fuck ever? Your excuses are just bullshit. All this is about is you people trying to shut up other people because you don't like what they fucking say. Okay? No, we're not buying that, like, oh, if they say certain words, it physically hurts you and makes you break down and bull fucking shit. Okay? No, this is about an anti-liberty movement, an anti-freedom movement. When you really look at the dictionary definition of the word liberal, you realize it's about freedom and equality. That's exactly what these people are opposing. They are anti-liberal. Okay, so thanks for watching, folks. Peace, love, freedom, and equality. God damn it.